What's going on, family? Welcome back to another episode of the Millennial Gems podcast. I am your host, KILLA, and today, another special guest with us. This gentleman I've known since my college days. This man is like very multifaceted, man. He got his own record label. He's in the real estate. He's a hooper. God, man, I feel like you just do so much, to be honest, bro. I feel like you got a full plate, like you do every damn thing.
Yeah, they say I'm a jack of all trades. That's what they be saying.
Facts. All right. So what I want to ask to start off this conversation, actually first, let me introduce you guys to my guy, Reek, or I call him Reek. Many may just call him Tariq, or if you want to call him by what's the name? Rico Suave, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So if you know him by Rico Suave, this is the one, the man, the myth, the legend here in the flesh.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for having me, bro.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming, brother. So as I was about to say, so I like to start off every conversation by asking all of my guests, how they've been feeling for maybe say over like the past like 30 days, or maybe if you want to just describe maybe like the past like 6 months. But on a scale of 1 to 10, how have you been feeling physically, mentally, and just like your brand wise, like business wise? 10 being the absolute best, 1 being the absolute worst. How have you been feeling as of lately?
I'm really glad once again that you have me on this podcast. This is a great time for me right now to definitely like share what I got going on and what I've been doing, because I've been doing a lot. So like the past 60 days, like I got the calendar right here, so I could easily tell you what I've been doing. I keep track of everything I do on my calendar. Like I work at a school. I work at a charter school in Dorchester, so like I've been basically being like an assistant teacher over there. And they just hired me to be a coach for basketball too. So I'm helping out with like varsity and JV. So that's been like the past 30 days. I've basically been just going to work at the school, helping out during the day, being an assistant teacher, helping out like with subbing, and then in the afternoon I will be coaching. Like we did tryouts like right after Thanksgiving. Right, today's the day after Christmas, so that's like the past 30 days. Past 60 days, that's when I was really just going hard with real estate and working. So like I really been busy working, bro. I haven't been able to do as much with my business. So in terms of my business, Thankful Records, I've been like really falling back as an artist and trying to step more into the realm of being a mogul and like more of a label head type vibe with it, because so I've been like really working with like the artists that I got. Basically they're not signed, but they're basically with the label. Like Buff the God, Hobby Global, Juice God, and I got another artist, Bagel. Trying to get like a female artist with the team, but I've been kind of like build connections in other cities like New York, Miami, Cali. Like I'm plugged in with Daylight. So like that's
we gonna talk about that. We gonna get into that.
Yeah, so I've been really just kind of following, and then I've been doing the podcast, the Behind the Aesthetics podcast.
Oh yes, that's right. See, and I'm telling y'all, man, this man do everything. Like he got his hand in damn near everything. Man, I forgot that he do the podcast too.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and then I've been trying to hoop. I've been having still guys. I've been in a couple of leagues, trying to keep myself active. And coaching helps a lot because it's like mentally I'm locked in. So that's like the past 60 days of what my personal life is looking like, and like a mixture of where I'm at business wise. Then the Battle League, I haven't really been able to do too much with that, but I'm plotting my next move, my next event with the Battle League, because when I started the Battle League, it was during COVID, and I had to do the small room vibe, and it was successful because it was small room and it was COVID, so it's like the fact niggas even had an event, it was like successful. It was like but people showed up to an event. It wasn't like no one showed up though, so niggas was there. But I want to do like a big one with people there. I gotta figure it out which space I'm gonna use, when I'm gonna do it. So I'm still trying to plot the battle. So it's just a lot, bro.
Yeah, no, we gonna tap into each one of those facets there, bro. Because like I said, I want to know what you got going on for 2023. So like, we're gonna take it, bit by bit. But first, for those who are just tapping in for either the first time or if you've been with me the past few episodes, you know that this is a self-improvement podcast. So, how do you go about getting 1% better every day? Like what tactics, what routines or resources are you using, to help yourself, push yourself forward every day?
Like I said, I use the calendar, bro. I have a whiteboard in my bedroom, and I keep track of all my short-term, midterm, and long-term goals. I basically have a whiteboard where I put my main goals on the board, and I basically get reminded every day just by seeing that on my board. That's something I've been doing since I was younger, and that keeps me locked in. That keeps me always focused on the next thing. That's why I'm always moving and grooving, because once I achieve a goal, all I do, I check off the box. And I probably, for self-satisfaction, I'll leave it checked on the board for a day or two, but then I erase that shit and I put the next thing. So I don't even, celebrate myself enough, people say. I'm very hard on myself because I just keep going constantly, when I was trying to do the real estate thing, when I was studying to do that, once I got that shit, I immediately, got rid of that, and now the next thing on my board is, to invest in real estate or to be able to make money. It's I immediately get mentally tapped in and focused on to the next thing, and I get so caught up in that. Shit still be coming up just from shit that I be doing. I'll get a promotion at my job. I'll be so focused on this real estate stuff. I'll be focused on basketball, trying to go back overseas, trying to play pro, or I'll be focused on things for records, and then I'll get a promotion at my job, my regular day job. It'd be little stuff like that. Stuff will just come up, opportunities. So that's really how it be happening, bro. Like I said, I use a calendar. I keep track of everything. Every day, I have I know what my agenda is. I basically create an agenda for myself. That's how we used to do when we was little kids in school. Every day, today's Monday. I know what I'm doing today. I know I'm planning for us to do this podcast interview. After that, I know what I'm doing now in the afternoon, and I know what I got planned for the night. And I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I already know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Gratefully, I'm on vacation from my job right now because holidays, but usually it's working the day, afternoon I have something, and after that I got something. And then I got to figure out time to go to the gym or play basketball. And I got to clean up. I have a tight schedule.
Nah, to be honest, I'm literally almost the same exact way. I literally have a planner, and I have each hour of my day blocked out with doing something. Even if it's just a 30-minute nap time or so, I'll put that in there too. But I make sure every hour of my planner is filled out with something. I'm always on the go. I try not, I don't work regular hours, regular 40-hour weeks like how most people do. I'm, just part-time right now coaching, so I have a lot of downtime during my days and stuff like that, but I make sure that I'm staying active doing something. I'm always doing something, some type of productivity work.
Yeah, that's
great, man. That's great, my guy.
Yeah, man, that's it. I'm just always like you said, I don't really have too much. When I have downtime, I make sure I fill it up with something. Bro. That's it. I try to take advantage of all my hours. You get 24 hours in a day. I probably sleep for 5 or 6 hours, so I got 17, 18 hours in a day. I really try to maximize that shit.
Absolutely.
Every trip.
One of the greatest gems I love to hear is maximizing the day.
Yeah, bro. That's my main thing, bro. Because when you got work, you work 8 hours, so that takes up a lot of time for me. I still work, and then I really only be left with maybe 10 hours or however many hours. And then I make sure, obviously, you got to have some time to yourself to just chill and watch TV or clean up, take a shower. But then I get left with, however many hours, and then I'll be working. That'll be job number 2 and job number 3, bro. Every day. I got a couple other jobs. I'm not even working right now. Just because I'm working other jobs. Just really getting mad busy, bro. Building up my credit and shit. That's why I said it's a good time to catch me for a podcast, bro, because I got mad shit, bro.
Hey,
I got mad plans for 23. For 23, bro.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't share it just yet. Don't worry. I got a part of my podcast where you can express all of that to me.
Yeah, bro.
But all right, so wow. All right, so we got a lot to unpack here. Pause. But yo, let's first start with basketball, bro, because I know that's kind of something, I've that's mainly what I've kind of met you first. Like, I first met you, like, kind of that's what I know you for, was just being the ball player. Like, I didn't know you had like a thing with like music, or if you had like any like aspirations with like the real estate. So kind of talk to me about like, you know, when you started playing basketball, and kind of like what like are like your future plans with it now, because I know you definitely, like you said, you tried to like go, I don't know if you have one overseas, but I know you like wanted to like go overseas or try to go out, like pro and stuff like that. So kind of just talk to me about like your journey, up until now.
um, yeah, man. Basically, obviously, I played in high school, I played in college, and I played a little bit of pro. In terms of overseas, I went and did a tour. I went and played for like 2 weeks in El Salvador, and
Mm.
it was like a showcase basically. But they was messing with me though. They offered me a contract to go back there, but I chose not to go because one, it wasn't a lot of money, and two, I ain't gonna lie, like the way this society out there is, it's just like kind of sketchy. Like I was a little sketched out by how things was. I was a little sketched out. I ain't gonna lie. Between the person I was dealing with to go out there and how the country like kind of is, it's like ran by like the cartel.
Oh shit! What?
I always wear number 13. I used to like to wear number 13, like 13 and 22. Like those men were the numbers I would wear. Like you can't wear number 13 out there because like the MS-13 or whatever the gang is. Like so it's just little, and they're like dead serious. Like it was high, but like people was really saying stuff to me because I had number 13 on. Like y'all niggas know. I'm like y'all know damn well I'm an American out here just hooping. Like, oh, he got on number 13. Like I'm like y'all that scared of the cartel.
So that's like the 13 is like a so what's the significance with the 13 in the cartel?
Number
13.
The MS-13 is like the gang that is like running stuff out there. I believe like the cartel and the MS-13, they're like kind of like hand in hand. I don't know if they're the same thing or if the MS-13 is a part of the cartel or what, but it's like if you repping 13, like people got number 13 tatted on them. And it's like, they're part of the MS-13, so they're part of the cartel. So if you wear number 13, like, even if you wear number 13, apparently it's like, oh, he's repping the cartel. That's like, they know I'm not, because but that was the vibes. That's how scared they are of like the gangs. Like,
wow.
Like everything shuts down at like 9. Like it's crazy. I'm like, bro, I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, I don't know. But that was my overseas experience. So in terms of like where I'm at now, I basically like I've been working a lot, so I really need to get in better shape. But I've been tapping in with some agencies and some teams, and I got some situations I could potentially play at and get back to playing pro. But like I said, I need to get back in shape, and I'm looking at maybe like either like this winter I'm still busy coaching because now I'm coaching at the high school. And I want to kind of train and do conditioning and get back in shape. And then like my plan right now is I'm aiming for the summertime to probably get myself in a situation where I'm back in shape. I'm back playing because I'm really like I'm actually good. Like I played enough people telling me I got potential and I can play, bro. I keep playing.
Oh, believe me, bro. I've seen you like multiple times. Like even if it wasn't like for like the Salem State games, but just seeing you in like pickup and just like in the gym and like highlights of like other like leagues that I see you doing like outdoors and shit like that. I'm just like, yo, this man is really a problem. Like he can't be reckoned with, man. Like,
no, I appreciate
really
that, bro.
A problem.
Like, I basically, bro, when it comes to basketball, like I can get back, and I'm going to get back, playing pro. But the main thing for me right now, because I have so much going on, I really got to be more consistent with like being in the gym. That's why I hit you up. That's why I was like, yo, bro, I need to get back. I need to get back in the gym because like I got the game. I can get in the gym and get shots up and do drills. I can do that. But like I have to really at this point, I have to get conditioned and I gotta get stronger. I need to get my legs and my core stronger, bro. And once I get back to that point, which doesn't take long, I just gotta put in the time and be consistent with training and being in the gym, and then I could put myself back, in a position where I'm playing pro, bro. But right now, I'm so busy with real estate and coaching and assistant teaching, and then like
Right.
obviously, in the back of my mind, I want to do the real estate, and I'm doing the podcast. Like, you feel me? It's like I have to figure out how I'm gonna get that, But I got a plan, bro. Like the biggest thing is I gotta just keep I feel like I just need to keep kind of making money, doing what I'm doing, so that way I can get a cushion. So like, I get breaks off. Like right now I'm on vacation from my job. In the summertime I get vacation. So it's like I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna try to finesse it, bro, so I can play pro kind of during my vacations, bro.
Okay. Just quickly talk to me about this coaching experience. Like, what are you learning? And like, how are you? Like, what are you teaching? These young men or girls, whoever you're coaching, like, and how you're able to like have like them play ball and like apply it to like, obviously like life, as well.
Like I see the game, and I have a certain perspective towards basketball. So like, I'm teaching them, basketball. Like I'm teaching them like a little bit of mental toughness. I'm teaching them like a little bit of psychology. I'm teaching them self-awareness. I'm teaching them the X and O's. But like, I'm trying to focus on your question where you're like, how it's what translates, to real life. You said?
Yeah, like, because I feel like, like I've always had like coaches who kind of just coach, but I don't feel like I've ever had like a coach who's just like applied like the game to like life, to like real life situations, kind of almost in a way like how Kobe Bryant, late great Kobe Bryant was kind of doing with his girls, and like kind of like how he was teaching the game, like he applied, basketball to life. He was doing it through like the books and, like the detail and stuff like that. So, I'm just wondering, like, are you like, if you're that type of like coach?
Right. Yeah, like, I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm that type of coach, even though I definitely value those same things, but it's interesting, like, how I go about coaching. I just kind of like, I let the players be creative with it and have fun with it. I mainly tell them what they do wrong. I give them all the tools to be successful. It's interesting, bro. It's definitely interesting to like kind of explain my approach, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but it's more like it's like I reward. It's like a reward system. Like I reward good basketball. Like
right.
I just basically teach them right from wrong through the game. I would say. I make sure they support their teammates, but like I don't know, it's high school kids. It's hard to explain, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard to explain. Like, well, for instance, we just had the varsity team just lost a game the other day, and I don't know what was going on mentally. They was out of it, and it's like there was only 4 players I was able to shake their hands. So I went to 4 players. I shook their hands, and everyone else I told them basically I couldn't shake their hand. Like, because they didn't come to play. I'm like, you guys gotta admit. I made them take accountability. Like, it's little stuff like that. Like, I was like, you guys need to.
Right.
Like, I'm like, this kid. I'm like, I could shake these guys' hands because they came to play. I'm like, bro, we lost this game because of you guys mentally. You guys not being. I'm like, you guys gotta admit that. Like, you guys are not coming to play basketball. Like, if they're on school break, I don't know what it is, bro. But mentally, they didn't come to play, bro. And I told them. I wasn't going to shake their hand. They need to admit that they didn't come play. And they basically owe these kids an apology. So it's like, that's how I taught them the accountability. And then I held it in and I was like, I came at it. I roasted everybody for every little thing they did. Like this past week, if they missed practice or whatever, I kind of just roasted everyone. I'm like, we got guys doing this. We got guys doing that. And it was like, it hurt some of them. But at the same time, that was my way. That was my way of showing them.
Sometimes that's what you need to hear it. Like you gotta be held accountable for your actions.
I'm like,
we all a team. So
I'm like, don't be surprised when we lose games. We got guys over here injured or fake injured. We got people falling downstairs and getting hurt. We got people missing practice. Like it's like, so this is my, and this, I feel like that is translating to real life. Because in reality, bro, you know how it is in college. Like, you gotta be available, bro. You gotta take care of yourself, bro. You gotta be smart, bro, on and off the court. So,
Yep.
like I said, it's not like a Kobe Bryant thing where it's like a detail and it's like, but it's more like, it's a little extreme. I think my coaching style is actually, it's a little extreme, bro. But I think it's very effective.
I mean, I think as long as the message it's sent and it clicks, it's understood, then
I think
I probably don't think that coaching style is a problem. Probably just a matter of does it click when I say it? Do you boys understand what's
the good thing that I have going for me is that because they know that I have such a basketball background, I have a resume and like I'm an experienced basketball mind. Like most things I say, they basically take it, and they take it for law for the most part, bro, because they know I played pro, they know I played in college, so that's a good thing I got going for me though. That's one thing I'll say.
All right. Let's kind of speed up to 2022. So now you're doing the real estate thing. What drove you to get into the world of real estate?
Well, I got like an older guy who used to coach me. He was like a mentor growing up. I used to go to the Boys and Girls Club back when I was in high school, and he used to be like a mentor there. He used to work there, but he ended up leaving that job to go into real estate. So he's been doing real estate for that long. Apparently his mom was a realtor, and he's been in real estate and doing real estate for mad long. So he actually reached out to one of my friends to try to recruit him to help him out because he's like my mentor. He really like specializes in rentals. Like he sells houses too, but he does a lot of rentals. So he was looking for help with that. And he had reached out to one of my friends, and my friends was like, oh, he was trying to do it. He's still trying to do it right now. But he also, when he reached out to my friend, he told my friend, like, oh, if there's anyone else, he like, what about Tariq and what about other guys? Like, and then that's how I got the word. Like, he's looking for assistance. And he's saying, all you got to do is just go ahead, get right past the test, and there's a situation. So this is like refresh off of the pandemic. That was when I really started diving into it when we got with the pandemic. So it was like right around, right? So when the pandemic hit, that's when I was like, you know what? We just sitting around doing nothing, collecting stimulus checks and unemployment or whatever. I was like, I might just start studying this real estate stuff because I was like still kind of half in between jobs. Like it was weird. Like I was just like kind of working part-time jobs, still doing my thing. So I was trying to figure out the next thing while I was in the pandemic. And that's when I really started doing, the real estate, studying it. And then I started taking the tests, and it took me like about 1.5 years, but I passed the test. And then I'm under my mentor. And now he's basically showing me the ropes, and I'm basically specializing in rentals, slowly working my way into, houses. And I've been doing it for like 2 months now. Showing cribs, setting people up with apartments and condos and commercial spaces, bro.
All right, so you gonna like close like some like deals yet or so, or is that really what your job is? I still feel like I need to kind of like brush up on kind of like who does what, because I know there's like, you have like the brokers and then the real estate agents. So like, are you the one who has to like, obviously you say you like show like, the places and stuff like that, but you're the one who has to like close the show, right? Like you close a deal, or is that the broker's job?
Yeah. Like I said, I've been in for 2 months. I haven't got my first close. I haven't closed on the deal yet, but like I said, I studied this shit for fucking 1 year. Basically, I am like, if you're a realtor or a real estate agent, you're either working for a buyer or a tenant, or you're gonna work for a brokerage, which means you're gonna be the listing agent. You really are not gonna handle paperwork like that. Like you're gonna give that over to whoever the property manager is, or whoever that. Because just because you are the real estate agent or you're the realtor in a situation, like the brokerage and the property owner, those people, they're gonna handle all the paperwork. You're really just middleman. You're really like a middleman. You're really like a coach. You're like an advisor. You're like a glorified advisor. So I'm gonna take it to the house. You're gonna tell me you want the house, and I'm gonna let them know you want the house, but I don't necessarily need to be there when you're actually signing the papers for it. Like, you feel me? Right. Like in most cases, unless because I could own a property and also represent the property too if I'm an agent, or I could also, it's like dual agency, I believe it's called, where you can also be like the person who owns the property, but you're also the agent for it, and it's like you're gonna be a part of the paperwork, even though you was the agent, you were still gonna be a part of like the paperwork signing and all that stuff.
Okay.
Like listing agreements and purchase sale agreements. You don't have to. I don't have to. Like, I'm not going to be a part of all that. That's between the person who's buying the property or renting the apartment, and the person who's actually selling the apartment or selling the house or property. That's between. They're going to do all the paperwork and signing. I'm just the person, the middleman. I'm just the middleman who facilitates everything.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a space that I want to be able to explore at some point. You know, like, right now I try to run myself. I'm a person kind of like, I always try to dip my hand in everything, but then I realize that I try to start taking on too many things at one time. So then I just ended up like all over the place. So that's why I'm like, I gotta kind of let me just find like a lane or two that I can just kind of just stay in and not get like too crazy. Like, so, you know, obviously doing like the podcasting and, you know, trying to work e-commerce to kind of have the both of them, you know, just kind of working on both of those lanes right now. But I want to be able to navigate in like the real estate lane. I want to be able to navigate a little bit more in like the investing, like the stock and the crypto and stuff like that. I want to be able to kind of get a little bit more deeper into that. Like, I just have the basic knowledge, but not enough to really where I can like, if you sit there, if you ask me, I can really like explain it to you like multiple different ways. Like econ, you know, podcasting, I can kind of do that because I've been like studying enough. But yeah, it's definitely a space that I want to explore to real estate at some point, because I feel like everybody should be like should own some type of real estate. You know, house, land, whatever it is, that everybody should own something.
No, they should, bro. Like, a lot of people, like, they rent right now. Like, there are a lot of people who are renting apartments and stuff like that, when it's like they literally can own, they could be paying towards ownership. All you gotta do is just have some decent credit and have a couple, you know, probably like 10, 15 bands or so. It's not easy, but at the same time, like, there's people out here 40, 50 years old, including my family members. Like, I'm telling them all the time, it's like you can really get some money together and build up. If you just build up your credit and get some money together, you can literally find a house somewhere and actually have something that you own, bro. Eventually, it's down the line. And it's like people, even with people who buy condos, it's like they're still paying a mortgage, and they're gonna probably end up selling the condo in profit because they're gonna end up selling it for more what they paid it off for. Like, but if you rent, you really don't give yourself an opportunity to. Well, you do give yourself an opportunity because you have a place to stay, but financially, like, the property is gonna just like, it's low key gonna go down in
just the value.
It's devalues, but it goes up in how much it costs though. Like,
oh, okay.
Because, you know, like every year, like, though, you know, actually I lied, because you know what they do, they just fix up stuff. They'll just fix up the floors, they'll repaint it, and then they'll just say it costs like $1,000 more every year.
Refurnish and everything. I heard you.
Yeah, so renting is tough, bro, especially for like a long time. It's like people should definitely start getting into buying a crib, paying a mortgage, bro, building up that value, bro. And that's what I just learned. I learned all about that, so I'm about to start tapping in. That's another thing I have coming up. Like, once I tap in and learn more about selling houses, and like, I'm eventually gonna buy my first house. I'm gonna be like a landlord. I'm gonna start investing in properties, and I'm gonna eventually do all those things, bro. I plan on doing that like by the end of this year. You feel me? Like, and that's just like something totally separate from basketball and the music and even just my regular job working at the school and coaching. It's just mad stuff, bro.
Blessings to you in this on this journey of real estate, brother.
No, I appreciate it, bro.
All right. So let's briefly talk about the Thanks for Records. So, I've known. Let's see. I've known. Let's see. I can't remember. I think was the first time What was the first time that you kind of like got into music? Like when was it that you decided? Oh yeah, I need to create a label here, and like I want to like rap is gonna become something I'm really pursuing here. Like when does that go up in your brain?
Like I always like messed around like and made songs. Like I did music here and there. Like usually always when I wasn't playing basketball for some reason. I don't know. Like I did music a little bit growing up in high school, and then like even when I was in college, like I was getting crazy when we was at Salem. Like I was dropping some decent tracks when I was at Salem. I was linking up with like producers that was like at the school and videographers, and I just had mad resources, so I was able to do way more. I was pulling up people's dorms, and we was making stuff. I had a roommate who was doing graphic design, so I was able to do way more. In college, well, actually a lot because after college I got crazy too. But
I feel like that's when I started to hear you a lot more.
No, yeah, I was actually getting crazy after college.
I heard like a little just like a little bit in college, but like kind of like post college. That's when I kind of really started to hear like your name. I bring a little bit more. I see more projects.
But in terms of like when I was like, yo, I gotta start thinking for records. I don't know. Like I feel like I always was like, when I was in college playing ball, and then after the season, I'll be tapping into the music stuff. I always would tell them, I would always watch interviews, and everybody be like, yeah, you gotta own your masters, and you don't want to sign to a label, you want to be independent. So like, and then everybody, it was like that era, and I like really used to like, you know what it was? I really used to, I was really big into Nipsey Hussle, bro.
Right.
So I was like a huge Nipsey Hussle follower, bro. So I was into that whole marathon. Like that long game approach, like I was into that, but like I would never like I didn't really ever want to get signed. I was in my mind, I was like, nah, yeah, but I don't know, like I don't know if that was the right approach. I like what I did, but that's why I was like, yeah, like so right after college, that's the first thing I did is I started up Think for Records, bro. Like, and I was like, yeah, but like I didn't really have nobody with me. It was really just me for a grip for like a year or two, but I had the vision though where it was like I'm gonna have
that's all it is, like.
but that's really what it was. Like I was just like I feel like in my mind I owned everything I did, so like just in case something did blow up, like I wouldn't have to worry about who owned it or I didn't, you know what I mean? It's like I know
we all value the independence.
Yeah, it's like it's my shit, and I feel like it was lit though. I feel like that was the right thing. It was just like it's just harder. It's just harder to like get on.
Oh yeah. I definitely know like I mean, I'm not in the music business, but like I've heard from like multiple people like going independent. It's like yes, you own everything, but like the grind becomes a lot harder.
It was really hard,
10 times harder than if you just have like a label who's there to like push you, assuming that they are pushing you.
Yeah. But, you know, over the years, it's been growing and shit. Like, but, you know, I'll let you go into your next question, but that was to answer your first one.
All right. So I have a segment on my podcast. It's called Game. I broke it down into, the acronym for it is Gems About Me. And so I either ask a question or a statement, and you just answer it to the best of your ability. None of your answers will be judged. You know, just however you want to answer it. Good?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. So my name is, and I am.
Wait, what I'm supposed to say?
So you just either answer the statement, to the best of your ability.
My name is Tariq.
Statement or question to the best of your ability. Yeah.
My name is Tariq, and I am black.
First thing I do when I wake up is
brush my teeth.
Early bird or night owl?
I'm definitely an early bird.
To cope with stress, I
Roll up.
basketball or music.
Basketball.
Future collaboration you would like to
100%.
have.
I need I might need Ice Spice. Yeah.
Hey. All right.
Hey.
One more. Just I'm manifesting for 2023.
I need 25 bins. At least.
For the year?
Like saved up. Like I'm gonna touch probably like 70 maybe or 80. But it's about to actually saved up.
Oh, okay. I heard you. Okay.
Like by this time, 2023, I need like 20 bands saved. At least.
Word. All right, bro.
And the 700 plus credit score.
Oh, I heard you. Yeah, of course.
I need that.
If you got to get that high credit score. So bars only Battle League, man. What's up with that?
Man, that shit is lit, bro.
Like that. Like that. I know not many may know that. Yes. Now, clearly, it's clear that we're both really into like battle rap. So like, not many are gonna know like the setup that you have, like the small room stuff. But what kind of provoked you to start your own battle league?
That's a good question, bro. That shit's
because this is the first time that I've like known any outside of you. I don't know anybody else other than like guys I went to high school with. I don't think I've met anybody else who's literally into battle rap other than you.
Yeah. If
I take away everybody from high school, it's literally only you that I know is probably just into battle rap as much as me.
Well, yeah, I've been a battle rap head. I've been on battle rap. Like I used to watch I was watching like Reed Dollars back in the day. I was watching E-Ness. I used to always like watching E-Ness when he was making the band and he battled Jay Mills. I watched Murder Mook. Murder Mook was my favorite. I watched him versus Golden Lux. Yeah, I watched all. I used to watch all that, bro. Like I low key wanted to be a battle rapper I actually battled rap a couple times. Like I had a couple battles. And low key, this is what it is. I remember now. Low key back in the day, I was basically like I had one of my friends was like a rapper, bro. And I used to like basically be his hype man manager. And we set up a battle with him and somebody else from across the neighborhood. And we set up a battle. I set up a battle before. Like we set up a battle and we had it. It's on camera on my Facebook. It's Blurple versus Amari. Like there's a video of me, like 15 years ago, already staging battles, bro. And Cousin Stiz is there and shit. Man, people from back in the day in the neighborhood was there. It was in the closet. It was in a small ass. It was like a small room battle. Niggas had a whole battle, like back in 2000 and I don't even know, probably like 2005, bro. So like. Gosh. I used to watch all the old battles too. Like I forget what that thing was called, what that website was. Jump Off, I think. But yeah, bro, I've been like super into battle rap, bro. But I don't know, like I don't know how I even started that shit, bro. It just
because that kind of just came out of like for me, like when I seen it, I was like I knew, like I said, I knew we were both into battle rap. So, but like to start your own league, I was like, okay, this man.
There was this dude. There was this dude in Lynn who had his own little battle league going, like the I Grind Battle League. And I went to one of his events one time in Lynn. And it was lit. I fucked with it. That was the first battle rap I've been to. And plus, I went to a battle one time. I went to a rap battle one time, like a long time ago in like 2009, downtown. And Chilla Jones showed up. And I watched Chilla Jones battle.
Chilla.
Yeah, he came out and battled this fat dude named Business, and like It's on my Facebook too. I was there, and I was like, it was lit though. It was. I didn't even. Chilla Jones wasn't even Chilla Jones at the time, bro. So I didn't even realize. I just watched like a legend because he went on to go into Smack Proving Grounds and work his way up into being one of the top. But that's what I'm saying. He's from right here.
One of the best pens. Yeah, no, I peeped, right. So, I had no idea who he was until like, my gosh, probably like 2013 is when I first heard his name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've been knew who he was because I was rapping a little bit and I knew dudes who rapped. He was supposed to rap. He was supposed to battle one of my friends, I believe, bro. It was crazy, bro. Like I said, it was just a lot, bro. So like, I don't know. Like, I really don't, because it's crazy for me to start a whole battle league, bro. I don't know, bro. I started a whole battle league. I did an event, like I said, I did that shit, bro, during COVID, and I don't know, bro. I knew a couple dudes who battle rap. Like I know a couple dudes right now who's doing their thing. So, and I feel like I honestly was like, yo, Boston has a pretty good battle rap scene, bro. I should tap into the battle rap scene. They really fuck with me, bro. Like, it was just crazy. I don't know.
I had no idea Boston got battle rappers in it. Like,
I don't know, but the battle rap scene is alright, especially in Boston, and they fuck with me, bro. So I don't know, it just worked out, and like I said, I did the small room shit. I'm trying to do like a bigger event, but I know battle rappers, bro. Like I told you, I'm cool with Daylight. Like I know Chilla Jones. Like I was able to get Chilla Jones to host my shit because he.
Right. That was that the second event, right? That you got to host.
I think the second event. I think that was the second event. Yeah. I don't know if it was the first one. He might have been. I forget.
One of those. I think I was actually one. I think it was whatever one that you held in like 2020 of like August or something like that, or like something like that. But I was actually anticipating on actually going to that, but something had came up. But I really kind of wanted to go because I was like, I had never
been to a battle rap event.
Yeah, you know, like I've known like King of the Dot, like they've been here a couple times when they're doing like the massacre. And I'm heated that I literally missed all three of them. Like I should have been at least to one of those. I know the last one I could have probably got to was when I think it was like Calico and like Pat Stay or something like that, or Big K or whoever it was, and it was like Conceited and Chilla Jones on the card, and I was like, that was going to be one I want to go to, and then like the Massacre 3 or something like that, or 2 where it was like Hollow and like Pat Stay. I was like, yo, I'm heated that I'm missing these, man. So I was like, that's like literally like a lifelong goal of mine to attend, you know, a battle rap event.
And I think that was another reason why I did it too. I just wanted to be a part of some battle rap, bro. Like, I was like thinking about, because with Think for Records, I was always thinking about what type of events I would do, and I always would say like do a concert and shit, but I don't know. I was like, bro, I want to put together a battle rap event, bro, so bad. I don't know, bro. It came out. I don't know, bro. But I did it. I started up the league, and it came together. Like I'm low key connected as fuck in the battle rap world. Bro. For a person who doesn't battle rap, like I done spoke to Math Hoffa, 40 Bars, Dot,
40. Yeah, 40 from the neighborhood too, ain't she? I think 40 probably. Yeah, bro, I think 40 around the way too. I'm really plugged into the battle rap world. Like you're really looking at somebody who was really like, I'm not far from Smack, bro. Like I know I'm really tapped into battle rap. Like I barely even left Boston and I'm tapped in. Like they really just responded to like DMs, and it's crazy, bro. Like I'm cool with I'm friends with mad battle rappers on Facebook, and they really just be responding to me. That's it. Like Steams, freaking bro, like I could really put together a crazy event. And then I know people who be like around them, like there's this chick named Roshana, like shout out to her. Like she be like at all the, she's like turned into like a little like battle rap personality person who be like, and she's like, she be with like K-Shine, or she be with like all them dudes, like she be like in the loop, bro. She's like that. Like I'm in the loop, low key. That battle rap shit, bro. Lit. All right. Well, I mean, hey, if this league is, you know, revived in 2023, you know, shoot, I'm trying to find myself honestly, at one of these events, bro.
Yeah, like that's another thing. So I'm trying to figure out when I want to do the next event, bro. I gotta figure it out. I'm trying to set it up. I'm trying to really do that do that right. So that's another thing. Like what I want. So my plan, just so you know, I'll let you know. I want to try to at least do one event a year. I want to try to at least do one like big event a year. I want to get a good card going. Like, and I'm trying to get some names. I'm trying to get some bread so I can actually get some good names, and then because I gotta have
talking like a Summer Madness type card.
Yeah, I gotta do like one event a year where it's like fours, like, and I want to put people. I want it to be an opportunity for people around the way. Because I low key got battlers because from the best I did, I put out some people who never even had a battle really, like people who want to battle, bro. So I mean, I'm putting them up against people I'm probably paying some people to go up against some newcomers, bro, and it's like a good opportunity for like somebody from Boston to get their, excuse me, to get their their talent shown, bro. Like there's a couple battles I put out there that was really tough, and that's my whole thing. I want people from around the way to get dubs, so I'll get like, excuse me, like I'll go get like prep, or I'll go get. Well, that's just a fuss, but like you feel me? I'll get dot. I want to get I want to set up.
I mean, hey, go get the young boy, man. Chess, man,
and
good title up.
There's some dudes in Boston. I'm gonna get some niggas from Boston, and I'm trying to be like I think We Go Hard. That's the name of them. I think We Go Hard. Whoever that dude Brooklyn. What's his dude's name? Brooklyn something. Oh my God! There's like this. Oh, you gonna make me look it up. I'm gonna look up We Go Hard. Brooklyn Carter. That's what's his name. That's his name.
Okay.
That's his name. Brooklyn Carter.
I think so. Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, Brooklyn Carter. Like I fuck with him. Like I like how they brought him up. Like he came up in that We Go Hard league, and he seemed like he's straight from the like hood. So it's like that's the essence of battle rap to me. Because you've been watching it like I've been watching it. It's like, so I wanna like put on for some Boston niggas, and I also wanna show love to the actual culture too, and just I'll pay niggas to come out and do what they gotta do, put on the show, because I want to see this shit. Like I want to see freaking Shotgun Shug. I want to see Surf. I want to set, and I'll set it up, and I can actually set this up because I'm tapped in with Chilla Jones. I'm tapped in with Daylight. Like I'm not too far from 40 bars. I'm not too far from, you feel me, like Math Hoffa.
Right.
Like I'm not far. Like I can really get close to them, and they're not that far. So that's why I really was like, you know what, I'm gonna put on for this battle rap shit, and niggas fuck with it, bro. Like Boston it's good. So it's really I gotta do more with it, bro. I definitely need to do more with it, but I definitely got pulled though. I definitely got pulled because I got more pull in the battle rap world than I do in the music game.
Heard you. So, with everything that you do, kind of like prioritize like what's like the top ranking from like most like important to kind of like, obviously everything to you is like very important, but like what do you put as like the top most important thing that you want to execute for 2023? Like out of those projects there with music, basketball, the Battle League, podcast, real estate, like what's kind of like, I would say like top two for sure.
All right, I'm gonna answer that, but let me just say, for the most part, I just bought everything together and just put it as like my overall like income, or like my overall salary, or like that's usually how I look at it. But to answer your question, like if I had to pick my top two most important like occupations or whatever, right now definitely real estate. I would say real estate and basketball.
Okay.
Those are the two most important things for me. Like in terms of like what I spend my time doing. Because my ultimate goal is to just really play basketball and just make money doing real estate. That's my ultimate goal right now.
Word.
But I still want to keep, doing other things that I do, like Think for Records and the Battle League, and even working in coaching and working with these kids. But overall, I'm just trying to really get to the point where I can just play basketball and just make money doing real estate, and everything else can come second, third, fourth, or whatever.
So, what have you learned about like even like taking on like this real estate journey, but also speaking through like basketball and music, kind of just the whole journey as an entrepreneur. What have you learned about yourself, and what are you still learning and working on like at this moment?
My focus yet again.
So with like everything that you do from like the basketball to the real estate now, really being in the real estate game now to like the music and stuff like that, what have you learned about yourself, as you kind of like navigated through this stuff? And then
Mm-hmm.
like what are you still like improving on? Like what are you still learning about yourself as you continue on this journey?
Um, well, I'll say like a good thing I learned about myself is like I'm really like a super hustler, bro. Like I really go mad hard. Like I'm very determined, bro. Like when I want to get stuff done, I'm able to really go get it done. I make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that I'm also learning what comes with that. So and how I have to still be aware of everything that comes with that. So like how I treat people, because I get in the zone, and sometimes I have less patience with people, and I sometimes I just like get like tunnel vision, bro. Like sometimes I get so focused, bro. I'll be like in a dark place, damn near. Like you feel me?
Right.
So it's like I have to learn how to still keep a level head when I'm doing that. Because sometimes I can lose sight of other things because I have so much tunnel vision. So
Right.
I'm learning like how to still be aware of like the little things, that little important things. Because sometimes I'll just be locked in on what I want to do, and I won't even be focused and worried about nothing else that may happen, or you know.
Right.
So it's teaching me a lot, but at the same time, like I said, it's still good because I'm learning that I'm able to do all these things. I'm able to accomplish this much in this time. I'm like, damn, I can do this shit in 3 months. Like I got my credit up in like 6 months or 5 months. I'm like, damn, I'm learning that I can do these things if I put my mind to it. Like I passed that real estate exam. Now I'm doing real estate. Like it's like, yo, what's next? I'm thinking about going back to school, get my master's. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's next? Oh, well, I think I was. So it's like that's cool that I feel like I'm having this confidence that I can just achieve certain stuff. But it's like that happens over time, and over time things change, and I have to still be aware of the things around me that are changing. You know what I mean?
So what what gems do you give to those? Like I know you obviously you coach your boys and stuff like that, but like for like the audience and stuff like that, like what gems do you give to those who are aspiring to get into the real estate or are aspiring to become, head of a record label or even try to get, like overseas and play hoop? Like what gems do you give to those people?
I'm gonna say like focus on building up your credit, so you can get the most out of everything, bro. Because you can do whatever you want, but like if you can't get a business loan, if you want to get into real estate, but you're not ever going to be able to get an apartment or buy a house, it's like you're not going to be able to get the most out of that shit. So the most, like you know what I mean. It's good to get into all those things if you want to get into basketball, coaching, playing pro. If you want to get into real estate, if you want to get into music, if you want to get into having your own business, doing all that, that's cool. But my advice to everybody is work on your credit, bro. So that way, once you actually get to those places, you can take the next step. Because the next step is usually going to involve a credit screening at some point, and you don't want to be doing all that, and then you got your credit is hurt, and you can't. It's keeping you from taking yourself to the next level. So I say work on your credit, bro. Get your credit up. That's like really like the most important thing. If you wanted to do real estate, you gotta pass that test. You gotta get ready to study your ass off to pass that test. That test is not easy. I would
Mm-hmm.
say people can definitely get into real estate, but if they want to be an agent and become a broker, they got to start studying to pass that test. And hey, it's not easy, but I did it. A lot of other people have done it, so it's possible. But if they want to get into music, especially if they come out of Boston, it's hey man, it's just gonna be a grind, bro. All I can say is focus on. Either you're gonna be focused on making hits, or you're really gonna just be making some real good art from the heart. It's like it's just gonna be tough. Just make sure you got a good producer, and make sure you got your business on point. And it's not always, sometimes it's not always about being independent. Sometimes it's good to get a record deal, try to get signed.
Right.
So, just keep your mind open to everything. If you have a business, you don't always have to do it on your own. Sometimes you want to get, as I said, sometimes you need to get that business loan, and you got to have credit to do that. So, no matter what, bro, I would just say get your credit right. Get your credit into the 700s. It's at 600-700 at least. Do all those things because it's gonna be easy for you.
Well, you got it there. You heard it here, folks. All right. Just one last gem for the athletes. I know you kind of spoke on like the real estate and, like the music side, but us being both athletes, and you obviously pursuing the overseas, something that I currently still sometimes struggle with is, the confidence in my game, when I'm hooping sometimes. I've been playing in the league for the last few months. So, my confidence sometimes to be up there and then other days it just be, down here. So like something just like some like advice you'd give to like myself, or even something that you tell like your varsity and JV kids, or just anybody who's just like, really just getting in their head when it comes to like, just playing the game, being in the game.
Mm-hmm. It's like I just turned into like it's you and them. I be like, like it's a war, bro. Like it's not just basketball. Like that's another reason why I said like my approach is different. Like It's not just basketball. Like it's a fight, bro. Like it's like the streets. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, who's guarding? Like look at the man who's guarding you, and have pride. Like that's what it's about, bro. It's about like, you know what I mean? Like being aggressive. Like those things. That's basketball, but that applies to real life too. Like go get it. Like get a stop. Like who? Like you feel me? Like it starts on defense. Like you feel me? Like if you gotta practice more, you gotta practice more. But you gotta be real with yourself. What can you do? Like I'll be like, what do you want to do out there? Like you know what I'm saying? If you can shoot that bitch. If you fast, you can blow by him. Blow by him. Like you gotta obviously finish the shot. But like I said, be aggressive, bro. Like, don't let nobody score on you, bro. Like, it's just that simple. And it's like, treat it more like a fight if that's what someone needs to do. If you feel like you're being passive, that's what I would tell someone. It's like, bro, it's going to be either you or them, bro. I'm like, you're gonna let him do that to you? You know what I'm saying? You're going to, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, you gotta tap in. That's it.
I heard you.
Nah, I got a gym for you, bro. It's just
not believe me. Like, listen, I just like to ask, like, like other like fellow athletes of mine, especially that are ones that I know like very like highly skilled and stuff like that. Just because like I said, sometimes I'm getting in my head, but I don't want to just make this about me. It's just for like anybody out there, like any athlete who just like struggles with just like confidence and just be like they're always like getting in their own way. And I know I definitely do that sometimes where I'm getting in my own way and I'm like trying to do more than I know what I can do. Like I understand what I do best, but like, sometimes I try to do a little bit more because I feel like sometimes just like I feel like I have to.
What's your game?
Somebody needs to be the savior here.
Like what's your game?
My game, I am great at getting transition buckets. Right. I play the greatest defense, and I'm the best when I don't have to facilitate the offense. Like if you just let me move around the court, or you get that board and we run in transition, I can give you those fast break points every time.
So you need to be with a point. So you could get stops.
I need somebody who could facilitate.
And that's what I would tell you to do. Go play with somebody who could facilitate. Because if you play with a team, you play with 4 of the guys, it's lit, everybody's lit, but the point guard is a head case, it's gonna be hard for you to get going. You're gonna get your stops, you'll get your transition buckets, but it's going to be hard for you to get your offensive half-court set buckets because this person's not going to be looking for you. So you just got to know that. And if that's going to be the case, then you got to just get ready to go get rebounds. Or you got to be vocal and tell them and call for the ball. Or you can set ball screens and and try to get open off that. That's just like natural basketball, like IQ stuff, like one-on-one basic stuff. But that's what you have to do. Or you can just don't play with someone unless you know they pass the ball. People pass up on basketball games all the time, bro. because they don't want to play with somebody. So that's another thing too. But or you can work on your handles. You can work on you getting better and being able to bring the ball down sometimes, so that way you don't gotta worry about somebody else.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's definitely something I like. I try to take some time to like learn for myself. It's just been like
because it sounds like you're already aggressive. You sound like
right. And I've been told like I have literally like my first step is literally crazy. Like I have the first step on almost damn near anybody. But the fact that I can't, I just don't have like the best ball control. It's just like sometimes it's just that ball I fumble it or I don't know how to properly protect it. But it's just like, if you really I've always been told just tighten up your handles, bro. Like you would literally, I really don't believe anybody is staying in front of you because you're like your first step is literally so super deadly, but you just don't have like the ball control or like
you gotta work on that, bro.
My IQ is decent. Like it ain't poor. Like I can read the floor, but I definitely prefer not to have to be the guy who has to facilitate everything.
Right.
Because that's never really been my game. Like I'm used to somebody like, okay, you go there and I'm ready to do whatever you need me to do.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I want to be like a leader too for the team, but like, but like it's just like I said, certain things.
It's hard to be a point guard, bro.
Yeah, so I'm just like I prefer if I can just have somebody else who can do that. Like I don't mind. Like if it comes to like somebody getting like double teamed, then I'll be there to be there to get the ball too. But like it's just really just me trying to learn to really like just stick to what I do best and not trying to do everything because I'm not the best shooter. Right. But I guarantee you give me that, just let me catch them one-on-one and man, oh yeah, no, I'll get my left hand layup, I'll get my right hand layup, but asking me to move people around and trying to just talk to everybody and that's just not really my game. But I be feeling like I be having to do that sometimes because I'm like I don't have that somebody here.
And sometimes it be like that.
Playing and I'm trying to be like the closer too. Like the last few games I played in, I was like, damn, like we don't have a closer, man. And I be feeling like I need to be that guy, and I'm like,
and that's why.
Doesn't help. So.
And that's why what I would say is, bro, it's just tap in or tap out, bro. That's my motto for the year, man. It's just tap in or tap out. Like either you're gonna turn into a point guard, or you're gonna learn how to be a point guard, or you're gonna have to just, like I said, understand you probably are off guard and you need to be with somebody who's a point guard to get the most out of your game. And that's why I'm like, it's up to you, bro, because you might have to start working on your handles and start watching point guards and just start tapping into a whole other level of the game, a whole other side of the game. So that way you don't gotta keep having that problem no more. Because either you gotta play with someone who's gonna be a point guard, or you're gonna end up getting better and becoming a point guard yourself.
Right.
That's why I said you gotta either tap in or tap out, bro. I'm like, you can tap in right now and just watch Mad Jason Kidd. Go work on your handles, go work on point guard drills, and keep embracing the challenge of being a point guard so you actually can dribble and you can see and you can tell people where to go and you can pass and you can go ahead and get your shot and off of being a point guard. You gotta go watch some Rondo. You gotta go watch Chris Paul.
Yeah, no, that's not. It's definitely those definitely like ones that I like ever had like highly pay attention to.
Like it's not easy to be a point guard, but if that's a situation you keep getting put in, then maybe you gotta start really working on your handles and working on keeping your head up and working on your counters and working on your pick and roll and working on your, and then now you can be a point guard and you don't gotta worry about that no more. But if you was just like, fuck it, I just want to just stick to just being an off guard, that's cool. But it's like, I would just recommend if that's how you're gonna do it, just make sure you find somebody who's a point guard and you become your best friend and that's who you play with. And that's the best thing I could say. But other than that, you might have to embrace that challenge of having to get your handles up and being a point guard.
Me, like, listen,
get on your Trae Young shit.
Most definitely. Like,
you gotta go watch some stuff.
It's been since like May, and honestly, it's like I said, my confidence has gotten better. It's just like I said, there's like some games where it's just like it's just not flowing. Like I'm just like, I'm just really like I feel like I'm doing more. Maybe I'm just not feeling like myself because like shit I just missed this little freaking bunny layup or something like that, or my shots are just like a little short, so I'm not getting enough legs under me. So sometimes just be I be getting in my head sometimes.
I mean, do you practice?
When I can, yeah, I try to dedicate, at least one,
'Cause
two
that helps
times
a
a
lot.
week.
That helps a lot too.
Earlier in the year, I was definitely like my game days were on like Thursday. I would either go like earlier in the day and just get some shots up, just try to see if anybody's there, try to get maybe some like one-on-ones in, try some shit, and then game later and try to execute the same stuff that I all those reps that I got in when I was playing game earlier. So
yeah, man, all that stuff matters. If you practice makes perfect, bro. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, man.
Yes, of course. 5 P's.
That's it. That's all. No matter what, bro, you can always just resort back to that, bro. So if you got to work on your handles, if you're missing layups, that means you should have worked. You should have got some layups up. If you're losing your dribbles, that means you should have worked on your handles. That's it. If you're missing shots, that means you should have got some shots. You should have shot 100 shots. You should have shot.
Will be better. I got starting a new season. Been like mid to like end January, so like I'll be making sure that I'm prepared for it. Try to get in the gym as much as I can.
Work on your handles. You already know. That's what I'm saying. We should start trading, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get ready for my shit too. I got some leagues and I'm supposed to be trying out for some pro shit. That's why I said I get to get in the gym, bro. I'm over here. I'm trying to get right. I told you I've been free. I'm on vacation.
Heard you. We're gonna come out, so we're gonna get outside for sure. All right. Well, that went off. That actually was a little bit off tangent, a little bit, like, but just drop like your socials real quick so that everybody can find you, tap in with you, to keep up with what you got going on for the next year.
Shit. Instagram is at Tariq.Tate, TARIQ.TATE. I think my TikTok is the same thing at Tariq.Tate. Shit. And you got me on Facebook is the same thing. It's just it's just Tariq Tate, bro. I mean, I'm still Rico Suave, I just for professional reasons right now I'm just going by my gov. They can follow the record label Think for Records at Think for Records. They can follow the Battle League, the BOBO at Bars Only Battle League, Bars with a Z. Yeah, man, I think that's the main thing right now, man. All my music is online, Apple Music, all the streamings, YouTube Music, Tidal, Rico Suave, RIQO, $UAV. And that's it, bro. That's how we coming, bro.
Lit. All right, family. That wraps up another episode of the Millennial Gems Podcast. Stay blessed. Stay gemmed up.
Yes, sir.